Hi everybody, hi everyone, and thank you everybody for watching. This is my first streaming uh, from 2024 in English because I did one this morning in Spanish, so that I will stream. Uh, I'm streaming now for those people, for those English speakers. There is something. There is a technical issue with YouTube. Is suggesting me to close the app and restart the app. So I think I will have to stop the recording. Uh, I think I will have to stop it and start it again. Um, the 2024 year has come. We have too much expectations from this year. Well, I think I will have to stop it because it's a little bit disturbing. I cannot be like every 10 seconds just pushing there to continue the recording because I'm not sure if you listening to me or not. When it shows the it says YouTube is not responding. So, oh, sorry. Uh, I think first time ever it happens. This year we have elections in Dominican Republic, we have elections in the United States, and 70% of the world population will be voting. Uh, it means a lot of countries or places they will change the political leaders, and it can bring new things for humanity. For example, in the United States, there is a probability that Donald Trump is going back to the White House. So you know what that means for people that are from Latin American countries that they are migrating to the United States. It will make a change for them. It will be a change, even a challenge. You can even say that is going to be a challenge for them because the Republicans in power normally they try to stop immigration to the United States, so that they are not too leaning to immigration like the Democratic Party. In the Dominican Republic, the president of the country is trying to get re-elected. In Haiti, the country that is so close to us, we have a promise that a force, an international force, led by Kenya, will be. Some people says invading Haiti, or some other people says, well, they will be trying to stop the gangs that are controlling the country. Um, in Cuba, which is another country so close to us in the Caribbean, the government is planning to make like a transition, not too public, to the capitalism. They will stop giving some subsidies to people. People have to pay more money for electricity. People have to pay more money for gasoline in Cuba, and they are like moving forward to stop communism and go to capitalism. In the way that China did it, in the way that Vietnam did it, because they have seen that it's not working like on the way they dreamed 65 years ago. 65 years ago, because it happened on January the 1st, I'm sorry, January the 1st, 1959. So today is the 65th anniversary of the Cuban Revolution. And some people says that they haven't gotten not too much things for people, at least after the Soviet Union fallen. They said, well, we have the support of the Soviet Union before 1991, it was really nice here. A lot of food, a lot of things that were coming from the from the Soviet Union. Many people in Cuba, they don't have to even to work, or if they work 2 or 3 or 4 hours because they get everything from the Soviet Union. But now that Hugo Chavez has died, died 10 years ago, or almost 11 years ago, and he's not sending oil to Cuba in a preferential price, as this used to be done before. And now that people in Cuba, they have internet access they didn't have before, because they start having internet access in 2014. People from Cuba, they can see how other people live around the world and say, oh, I want to a lifestyle like people in the Dominican Republic, in the United States, in Europe, know what they're having in Cuba, because the situation is really difficult over there. I was there 6 months ago. People are getting paid. The minimum wage is $25, 20 to 25 or $30 per month. No one can survive with that little amount of money. So that we expecting in 2024 that the Cuban regime that had ruled the country for 65 years, today is the starting of the year 65th of the Cuban Revolution, that they can bring some wellness to the country, because that's what they promised when they went to the Sierra Maestra, and they led by Fidel Castro. They promised people, well, we will have wellness for everybody. We won't be like the monster from the capitalism. We are different to them, and we're gonna bring happiness for everybody. 75 years ago, some people in Cuba, they are not too happy. There are too much poverty in Cuba. After Haiti, the second country in the American continent, which has the less accepted passport, is Cuba. Cubans, they cannot go to Colombia, they cannot go to Peru, they cannot go to Panama, they cannot go almost nowhere if they don't have a visa. And they cannot even show themselves as tourists, because if you getting paid $25 or $30 per month, how you think that another country you're going to is going to believe that you're going to visit them as a tourist? No, it's not. They won't believe that. They got like 2 or 3 years ago, and because of the COVID pandemic, visa exemption for Nicaragua, and a lot of Cuban people, they have fled to Nicaragua uh, in the way to go to the United States, to go to the border, to the Mexican border. And as you know, that's a really difficult, it's a challenging, a really challenging task. It's not really easy to go from Cuba to Nicaragua, and we have to pay a ticket for even $3,000 or $4,000. Many people, they were getting the money from people in Miami. I'm sorry. As I was saying, I had an issue with the app, a technical issue. I had to stop and restart because it was, every 10 seconds telling me YouTube is not responding, YouTube is not responding. I apologize that I have to go out and go in back. So I was saying, many people in Cuba, they depend on family in Miami. And that's something that pissed off the Cuban exile from Miami, because they said, oh, they don't want us in the island, on the island, because the Cuban government, they don't want people from Miami leaving the country, or bringing new solutions, new ideas to the country, but they want the money. And that's something that pissed off a lot to people in Miami because they said, oh, Cuban Americans. They said, oh, so we are important for them only because of the money. So 2024 could be the start of the transition, the Cuban transition to the capitalism. Today, that is the 65th anniversary of the Cuban Revolution, it could be the starting of the transition, the real transition, because they tried when Raúl Castro was nominated. Because in Cuba people they don't go to polls, they don't cast a vote to choose the president, to choose the members of the Congress. They are selected. You even when I was trying a long time a few years ago, I was trying to confirm who was the mayor from Havana City, the capital of the country, the main city of the country. And it said, oh, the mayor of Havana City is this guy. The name of the guy, it said he was appointed as mayor by the government, by the Cuban government or the Cuban Assembly, the National Assembly of the Popular Power. And I was like, ah, so even the guy, I mean, the guy is not from, he is not from Havana City. He is from another province from the country. So you bring in someone from another place. It's like, oh, you taking someone who is from, let's say, Miami, to be the mayor of Washington D.C. A person that haven't lived before in Washington D.C. But you're taking him, or let's say not Washington, because Washington is the capital and they have the White House over there. Let's say New York. You bring in someone from Alabama or from Baton Rouge, is the mayor. Ah, come, and you're gonna be the New York's mayor. But that guy maybe that guy doesn't know how it works in New York. He is not accustomed to the New York lifestyle. He doesn't know how to run the city. But that's how in Cuba works. And maybe I'm not someone to criticize that because they have done this through 6 decades and a half now, and looks like it had worked for them. I'm someone that I know if they watch this video in Havana and there are people from the Communist Party, they will say, "Oh, this guy is an enemy of us." Not at all. I'm just someone that is really worried about the situation of Cuban people, and I would like to see a difference in their living, in their lifestyle, because the Cuban people deserve a better luck, a better future. You know, they used to say, "Oh, we have a good education, we have a good public health system," and it's not too real like that. Because in education, after you finish the high school, you have to work 2 or 3 years voluntarily for the government. They're not paying for you. So you paying them back for the money that they spend in your education. And in the health system, they I would prefer if I would be a Cuban that I can get whatever doctor I want, whatever doctor I need, and not to be like waiting 6 or 7 months for a surgery or a year. It's like in Canada. In Canada, the public system is for free. The health system is for free. However, however, some people they have to wait even 2 years. So the Canadian dream is not too Canadian dream. The same is happening in the United States, so in New York, with the immigrants. Everybody has been watching the images, people on some hotels that they have prepared in New York to receive the immigrants because they are fled from Texas to New York because the governor from Texas, Greg Abbott, who is a really a racist man, who is anti-immigrants, who is a Republican of hard line, is like Donald Trump from Texas. He doesn't want migrants or migrant people in Texas. And once he does, when they are caught in Texas, the police arrest them. They put the people on a plane, go to New York. They will receive you there over there. So, I'm laughing. I'm not laughing because of the immigrants. No, 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 no. Because if I one day I go to the U.S. or to Europe, I will be an immigrant as well. I would like to be treated like that. But what I mean, I'm laughing because it's the same that Ron DeSantis did. Ron DeSantis uh, 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 get a plane and put the plane full of immigrant people immigrating to Florida, the state that he is the governor from, and he put those people to an island for rich people in Boston, Massachusetts, because Massachusetts is a democratic state, and in the United States, it is, you know, uh, there is a reason why Massachusetts is democratic. The Kennedys were from Massachusetts. John F. Kennedy, his brother, who was assassinated in 1967, I guess, when he was running to be the president of the United States. Maybe the same mafia that killed John F. Kennedy was the mafia or the were people that killed Robert F. Kennedy. He was in the government of his brother, the 35th president of the United States, John F. Kennedy. Robert was the prosecutor. We used to say prosecutor in the Dominican Republic, or the attorney general. Robert F. Kennedy was the attorney general of the United States. There is a documentary on Netflix that is called Bobby Kennedy, something like that. And even it shows when he was shot by Shinhan, I think is the name of the guy that shot to death to Robert Kennedy. He was really a really nice guy, and he was getting ready to become the president of the United States. Now for the term 1969 to 1973. However, as you know, the elections were the winner of the elections was at the end Richard Nixon for the Republican Party, the president of Watergate, the Watergate scandal, and also the only president that has resigned in recent years in the United States history. My friends, my people, thank you everybody for watching. I expect too much beautiful things from 2024. I hope that I can go back to Cuba this year. I hope that some people that I have invited to the country, they can come. Some YouTubers that I had invited to Dominican Republic, they can come. I hope that in Dominican Republic we can choose what is the best for the country. We'll have elections for mayors in February and elections for the Congress and the president in May 2024. So that I hope that we can have elections in order. Also, I hope that Haiti can be pacified by the forces from Kenya, because those gangs they treated the national security of the Dominican Republic. And also, I hope that the president elected in 2024 elections in the United States could be very solid. Could be someone with solidarity with immigrant people. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a good one.